Saturdays is for the boys. Actually, this video is also for the girls. Most people I know join the carnivore, keto, primal movement for two reasons. They want to lose a little body fat, or they want to overcome some type of gut-related disease. Myself am always in the game for skin disease reversal, both for my private practice and my clients and my YouTube channel. And I'm someone who used to suffer 7 years ago. I've been cured for 7 years, but I used to suffer from skin disease up the yin yang. Sorry for rambling. Most of the people that come to this approach and this diet end up getting super lean, and it's pretty easy to lose weight and to get shredded on the carnivore diet. It just really is. The problem is, for a lot of people, it's impossible to gain weight, or it's harder to gain weight. How do you gain weight on a carnivore diet? How do you gain weight in the right places so that you're not just getting fat, so that you're keeping your body fat at a healthy place while you're gaining enough muscle to look different? This is the honest question that people have for me. They ask me how I've done it. They've asked me how people like Bobby and Drew and a lot of the other people who have made the switch from vegan to carnivore, how do we do it? And in today's video, I want to give some very specific tips and tricks on how you can not only stay on a gut health focused journey, healing your skin, but at the same time, gain muscle and be a healthy, virile body weight. Stay tuned. Okay, so first things first, the basics. Checking in. One, are you keeping track of your calories, and are you actually doing a good job at keeping track of your calories? Meaning, I have a lot of friends, myself included, I've done this before, where I'm sloppy with Chronometer or I'm sloppy with MyFitnessPal. Sometimes when I check my clients' chronometers, they're off by like 800 calories. If you're 800 calories short every single day of your maintenance, there's no way that you're going to gain muscle and gain weight. So make sure that you're inputting your caloric and macros correctly. I suggest using a scale. If you're really taking this serious, grab a scale, weigh all of your food that goes into your mouth, and then you have nothing to worry about. Make sure the input that you're putting into your chronometer is legit. That's step one. Step number two, for the basics to cover, this is basic troubleshooting for hard gainers. Are you doing resistance training, and is your resistance training smart? Are you focusing on big compound lifts, bench press, push-ups, overhead press, pull-ups, rows, squats, deadlifts, lunges, those varieties of compound movements, getting strong, getting good at, and having a lot of volume with those exercises is kind of the starting point for muscularity, athleticism, and gaining muscle. So if you have a program that's focused 100% on growing your biceps and your calves and your abs, and you're wondering why you're just not putting on muscle, look at your program. If you don't understand exercise, sports science, bodybuilding, and gaining muscle, hire someone or do enough research to make sure you're getting really good information. But if you stick to the basic big compounds and you push them hard, you'll be good. You'll gain enough weight. Number two, here is a specific strategy that may sound absolutely stupid, but you might be having a problem with your hydrochloric acid in your stomach, which isn't allowing you to assimilate all of that delicious protein and fats that you're eating. Start your day off with a non-carnivore diet food. 6 to 12 ounces of celery juice will turn on your hydrochloric acid in your stomach and really help assimilate the food that you have. So if you're eating enough calories or plenty of calories and it seems that they're not going anywhere, you might have some further gut work that needs to be addressed. The celery juice can help that a lot. So throw that in the mix if you're struggling with your weight. Number two, if you look at Three Ridge, if you look at Frank Trefano, if you look at most of the people, Tristan from Primal Edge, I'm just pulling people off the top of my head that I see who are muscular and have the ability to gain or lose weight on their carnivore diet. What are they doing? They're not just eating piles of meat, people. This is where you guys have the big mistake. You think that the carnivore diet is just about eating piles of meat, and that's all there is to it. If all I ate was piles of meat and nothing else, I would be about 1,000 calories short every single day, and my omegas would be way too low. What you see with Three Ridge, this is the person I noticed at first, is he has his raw meat and he has his raw butter. It's a bite of meat and a bite of butter and a bite of meat and a bite of butter and a bite of meat and a bite of butter. You get what I'm saying? When you're having your big ass portions of meat, throw in some fats on there. If you are not a butter person, what I use, butter doesn't treat me that good. I just don't do good with butter. And I'm talking high-end, raw, locally sourced. It's a hit or miss with me. But what I can do is I can eat 3 pounds of meat or 2 pounds of meat and be satiated, and then pop 3 egg yolks and 2 tablespoons of MCT oil. Well, I just added 700 or 600 calories to my meal, and I just added a bunch of grams of really high-end omegas to my meal, and with the egg yolks, cholesterol. So after every single meal, pop egg yolks, eat butter, or have MCT oil. Or like Three Ridge does and some of the other guys do, eat those things intermixed with each bite. Now that's not a strict, perfect, dogmatic carnivore approach, but I think most of the people in the carnivore movement are not dogmatic anyway. We're just looking for truth, we're looking for answers, we're looking for simplistic, minimal eating. And we want to be virile and healthy in the process. So by adding those little bits of calories to every meal, you can easily put on another 1,000 to 1,500 calories into your diet. Also, hyperpalatability means foods that taste really, 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 really awesome. For instance, when I make egg yolks and I make them scrambly, if I add a tiny bit of vinegar and some salt and some seasoning, it makes my scrambled egg yolks taste so much better that I can go from eating 5 or 6 to like a dozen of them. So use herbs, use little flavor tricks to make your food more palatable. And hyperpalatable food will make you eat way more. Generally what I see for these people who are struggling to gain muscle and gain weight on carnivore keto is that they're kind of being really by the book because they're going for gut health, but they're being too by the book, meaning they're like, oh, I'm not gonna do salt, or no, like bone broth's not part of my thing, or you gotta learn to make these recipes taste really awesome. Stop intermittent fasting and water fasting. People, there is, even when you're trying to reverse disease, you have to kind of go back and forth between cleansing and detoxification, deep autophagy, and nourishing your body to the fullest. When you're in the nourishing phase and you're already a person who is lacking in body weight, your body fat percentage is too low, or you're in the skinny fat place, intermittent fasting is not what you need. 3 and 5 day water fast every week is not what you need. And you don't need to be skipping breakfast. For people who are hard gainers, eating breakfast might be the most important meal of the day for you, because I work with a ton of you guys and I know what happens. I used to be this way. I wake up in the morning, I do my intermittent fasting, or I drink my green tea latte, or I have some green tea, or I'm just intermittent fasting, no calories at all. But I don't eat breakfast. My stomach gets to that place where it wants food, it's kind of like gurgling, and then it's not hungry and it gets over it. For some people that works really good. That means that later on they're gonna get super hungry and have no problem. For people like me, once that gurgly stops and I kind of feel sick and then get over that and I'm not hungry, my appetite is gone for the day, and it takes effort to eat. If you're that person, if that story sounds similar to what you struggle with, eat a big breakfast, or eat a breakfast, a small breakfast. Have yourself a little 8-ounce steak or something right in the morning. Pop some MCT right afterwards, pop an egg yolk. You'll be sitting at around 700-800 calories before 10 o'clock in the morning. Make it easy for yourself. So for me, what I was able to do is, as a vegan, when I ended my vegan diet and I was at a place where I was just not feeling great, I was a little malnourished, and it was a light body weight for me. I was 156 or somewhere around there. I wasn't trying to bulk, but naturally eating the carnivore diet, it sparked my hormones, it sparked my hunger, it sparked my desire to lift. And so all of those things happen more. Right now, as of today, I've already kind of gone through a bulk and a cut phase. I'm sitting at about 175 pounds. My body fat is probably somewhere around 10 to 11% body fat. And like I said, I'm gonna gain all the way up to about 190 and then cut down. I've already gained around 20 pounds and I'm happy because it's no body fat with it. It's the same body fat at 155 as I am now, around 11%. So it's been really awesome. These little tips and tricks work great for me. They work great for my clients, and I hope you guys enjoy them. Thanks so much for watching this video, you guys. Remember to subscribe and share if you enjoyed the content. Leave all of your comments and questions down below. We are going to move forward with our group coaching class, our 30-day gut focus cleanse. You can find out all the information and sign up for that at holistichealthactivation.com. All of my offerings are in the description box. My private coaching, free consultations, links to ebooks, links to the Amazon store with all the skin health products that I use. All of my offerings, everything that will lead you to success is in the description box. On Instagram, they call me the Stuart, Rob Stuart. In real life, I'm just Rob Stuart. Go figure. Check me out there. Hope to see you there. I've been slacking on Insta for the past 2 weeks because I've been dealing with other stuff, mostly YouTube. But I'm making a public declaration to get back to my 3 to 7 posts per week on Instagram. I've only been doing like 2 to 3. I'm sorry, guys, but I promise the content's coming. I love you much, guys. Be back with many more videos really soon. Bye-bye.